Hello, welcome to today's episode of Juicing the Numbers. I am your host, Joshua Tracy.
And I am Corwin Heller.
And today we're going to be updating our 2019 MLB season predictions. We did this around the beginning of the year, right around when the season started in late March, early April.
I think it was like just after the season started.
Yeah, I want to say this came out legit weekend.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna take a look, look back from the past, where everything began, and see where we're at, see how we've been doing so far, and how we would update those predictions going forward for the rest of the season. So, Corwin, shall we start with you?
Yeah. So do you want to just break this up and do like the awards first, and then go into the bold predictions type deal?
Yeah, sure. That's what we did last time.
All
I
right.
think.
So just a little rundown of what we had originally. For MVP in the NL, I had Mike Trout. In the NL, I had Aaron Nola. For Cy Young, I had Trevor Bauer in the AL. And the NL, obviously, Aaron Nola would be winning this. Rookie of the Year, I had Vlad Guerrero Jr. And the NL, I had Fernando Tatis Jr. Comeback Player of the Year, AL, I had Byron Buxton. And the NL, I had Josh Donaldson. And Manager of the Year, AL, and the NL, I had Andy Green of the Padres. And then, of course, World Series champion, I had the New York Yankees, as much as I hated to say that in front of Josh.
And as much as I loved hearing it.
So now we'll do the updated ones. I just want to make a point of saying that this is still an end-of-season prediction, not who I would pick to win it currently. I just think it's a little more fun to see if we could update the predictions itself, and just because I feel like if we were just picking who would win right now, we'd essentially just have the same picks, because it's, there's not much debate when we're picking it mid-season.
Of course.
So this is who I think is going to win this at the end of the year. MVP in the AL, I still have Mike Trout.
I mean, it's just so hard to argue.
It's
such
Fishman.
Yeah.
The Fishman is the best player in baseball, and it's not even close. The NL, instead of Aaron Nola, who has made a little bit of a comeback after a shaky start to the season, I have Cody Bellinger. I have him edging out Christian Yelich, just because I think that it's probably going to end up being Bellinger, because I don't think Yelich, in order for Yelich to win it back-to-back years, I think he'd really have to be a full step ahead of Bellinger, and I just don't think he's going to be able to do that. I think it's going to be close with Bellinger being a little bit ahead, and I think that's going to give Bellinger the nod at the end of the year.
It's going to be a fun fucking race in September, though.
Wait.
I'm honestly surprised it's still this close.
It's been so close since the start of the year.
Because
it hasn't at all split between the two.
No, and there were points in the season where you thought it was going to, because
Right.
Bellinger came out of the gate, but then so did Yelly, and then Bellinger was batting 400 after a month, and everyone was like, could he get it based on just that? While Christian Yelich was mashing home. Christian Yelich right now has, I think, only 2 fewer home runs than he did all of last season.
Yeah, it's
fucking
fucking
nuts.
wild.
Yeah. What a race.
I'm pretty sure Bellinger has more than he's hit all of last season as well. I mean, they've both had their peaks and valleys, but it's been so close between the two that it's just been wild. For Cy Young in the AL, I have Justin Verlander. I know that guys like Mike Minor and Charlie Morton, there have been a lot of good players in the AL, but I think Justin Verlander's consistency is going to help him hold through and win this through the end of the season. I know that's not really an exciting pick, because Justin Verlander is a name we all know and have known forever, but I think he's been so good for so long, he's going to be able to maintain this high level. In the NL, I have Max Scherzer, just because he's been fucking killing it this year. Picked up exactly where he left off last year. Best pitcher in baseball in my mind. Just truly unstoppable. Rookie of the Year in the AL, I still have Vlad Guerrero Jr. I think he's had his time to really acclimate a little bit. He didn't come out of the gates busting like we all assumed he was going to, but I still think he has shown his talent, especially with the home run derby and his ability to just fucking mash dingers like Big Al wants us to. Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a while, Big Al. Fuck. But I think Guerrero is going to be able to pull it out the second half of the year. I'm still going to hold strong with that pick, especially since no one in the AL really has really pushed themselves forward, kind of like the NL. Actually, opposite of the NL. NL has every Rookie of the Year candidate. The NL has AL pretty much has no one. Like
Guerrero's
the Rays
there.
Brandon Lau, I forget which. There's two of them.
Yeah, and they're pronounced. They look the same and they're pronounced differently.
Yeah.
Fuck, who else? Yeah, is there anyone really else who's like a rookie that's just crushing it this year in the AL? Michael Chavez, if he keeps doing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's doing recently though. I remember
he's
when he
cooled
was
off. He was.
Well, he was so hot.
Supernova when he first came out.
Yeah.
But he's cooled off. It's not. Yeah, there's not much going on in the AL, as much as it sucks to say. For the NL, excuse me, I have Fernando Tatis Jr. I know a lot of people would want to see Pete Alonso there, just because he just won the home run derby. He's an all-star. He's been lights out this year. But Fernando Tatis has been genuinely outplaying him pretty much everywhere but power. He's absolutely the better defender. He's one of, honestly, the best shortstops in baseball right now. Absolutely would have been in the running for all-star starter if he wasn't hurt for about a month. I think he's just going to really take laps around the competition the second half of the year.
He's been fucking fun to watch.
I love him so much.
The hustle on that kid's fucking crazy.
It's wild. It's amazing just watching him play baseball because he's just so naturally exciting to watch. And then we have comeback player of the year, AL, Gary Sanchez. He's been so good this year. Fuck you, Josh. Fuck the Yankees. I hate this. And the NL, I have, this one was tough because there's really no wild candidates for this, but I have Hyun-Jin Ryu. He was out for a lot of injuries last year. He still played like half the season just about, but he tore his groin in 2018. And you know what? He's been so fucking good that why not? Why not?
Why not?
Manager of the year to close this thing out. In the AL, I actually have Terry Francona of the Cleveland Indians. With the way this started out this season, the Indians looked like they were seriously in trouble, and they've been just so good lately. I think by the time it comes around for voting, I think he's going to just kind of take a little leapfrog over Rocco Baldelli of the Twins to take the manager of the year position. I know Rocco Baldelli is the front runner right now just because of how good the Twins have been and how they've come out of nowhere.
I'd say Aaron Boone's the front runner right now because of how injured the Yankees were for two entire months.
This is definitely a very close race. I might be a little biased as an Indians fan, but I'm going to give it to Terry. I think Tito's going to win it. In the NL, I still have Andy Green of the Padres, but I think
that's fair.
I voted that at the All-Star break when the Padres were still
honestly, I still say it's fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
who else is there in the NL that is really showing out this year? What's the name of the manager of the Dodgers that I'm completely blanking on?
Dave Roberts?
Dave Robertson.
Robertson? Yeah,
I think it is Robertson. I think he and Andy Green are kind of the two guys in the in this race. And I still have the Yankees as the World Series champions because fucking you can't avoid them. Those bullshit assholes.
The world revolves around the Bronx.
Were you able to bring yours up yet?
I did. I pulled them up from the show notes page on our website, on our vaulted website, which everyone should visit at some point in their lives. It's a real hotspot on the internet these days.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my problem is I can never keep track of like which files I have on my work laptop and which files I have on my personal laptop. So it's the website. It's an easy place to get all your information.
So you want to go through your picks for the end of year awards?
Yes. So at the outset of the season, I had the AL MVP being Matt Chapman. That does not look like it'll be the case. Not that he's having a bad year, but he hasn't had a standout year. It's very much so going to be Mike Trout. If I had to pick like a different person altogether of who else has been really crushing it in the AL this year, I don't know. Judge missed too much time, unfortunately. Betts hasn't been nearly what he's used to being, or at least nearly what he was last season. I'm not sure who else has really been a standout. What's his face on the Indians has had a terrible season.
Jose Ramirez?
Yeah, Ramirez. Yeah, I don't really know who else would be Who else would you say is even in contention for that award this season from the AL?
AL MVP?
Yeah.
Let's actually scroll down. Let me see if I have.
I know a lot of
listed
stan Yankee fans would say DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah.
And I love DJ LeMahieu, but I don't think he's AL MVP.
Yeah, I mean the only person.
He's a utility. I know he's a Gold Glove infielder, but he's being used
Right.
as a utility infielder for us and hits more singles than he hits for more contact than power, and that's just not usually your MVP candidate, especially with Trout having the all-around game he has. So I wouldn't say LeMahieu's in that conversation at this point.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's close to Trout. Like I don't
That's
think
no one's ever close to Trout.
Excuse me. I don't think if we said anyone was close to Trout, it would be unfair to how good Trout has been this year.
Yeah, no, he's been on another level even for him. So yeah, it's going to be Trout. I picked for NL MVP Paul Goldschmidt. That's obviously not the case.
Yeah,
he is not having. He started off the season very, very well.
Oh yeah.
I felt very good about that pick early on, and unfortunately, he's. What do you think his OPS plus is right now?
89.
Ooh, you think it's that low?
Yeah, I think it's low.
I'll go with 105. I'll give him just above average here. Pulling it up now, waiting for my old ass laptop to load. 104.
Wow,
Ooh.
way to go, Josh Tracy.
Yeah, look at me. Wow, he looks weird.
I really love how much the Cardinals invested in him this year and how much that's not working out for them because fuck the Cardinals.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to argue with you.
Fuck the Cardinals, fuck Joe Madden.
But yeah, it's going to be one of Bellinger or Yelich at this point. It'd be just so tough to say anybody else. And it's to the point where it's not even really worth me thinking about a third person like I was going to. I had picked for the AL Cy Young James Paxton. Paxton has spent some time on the IL this season for yet again another injury he's never had before. And when he's been on the field, he's been very hit or miss. He has allowed 1 million first inning runs, and then from the second inning on, he's usually been good, but the problem is those first inning runs still count, so you can't just take him away. I think his ERA is somewhere right around 4, maybe a little bit below, a little bit above. Nothing pretty. If I had to pick AL Cy Young, Verlander is obviously there. Cole is obviously there.
Yeah.
Sale wouldn't be. I'm trying to think if there's anyone from the Rays that would be.
I feel like given a full season, he'd be able to catch back up, but he's not back up there yet.
I think that his first half is just so dark that even if he was to have the most lockdown second half in history, it might just be too much to count.
That's fair.
In his favor. So I'm not really sure who else would be much in that discussion. There was a point in time where Jake Odorizzi was fucking going at it, as was that other Twins pitcher whose name I can't think of.
Jake Odorizzi, Lance Lynn.
No, that's the Rangers.
Oh, I forgot he moved.
Yeah, Lynn and Minor have also been very good, but just no one's been on the same level as
Jose Barrios?
Jose Barrios, yeah. Jose Cheerios. Yeah. Johnny Cheerios.
I forgot Lance Lynn got moved.
Yeah, he's probably going to get moved again because Texas has nothing to... Well, no, they've actually been floating around a wild card spot. But, yeah, I'd probably say we're looking at another Houston race for those two. I mean, I can't even argue it'd be anything other than fun to see Verlander take it because I just fucking love Justin Verlander.
For sure.
Even though I hate playing Justin Verlander. So, there's that. For my NL pick, I picked for Cy Young, I picked Jameson Taillon of the Pirates. And what do you think his ERA is right now, Corwin?
I don't know. He's been hurt for so long. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, that's the other thing he does.
Probably over 4.
Yeah, 4.1.
Yeah.
So it's been. For a series of reasons, a relatively disappointing season for Taillon, who's only pitched 37 innings.
Yeah, exactly. He played
7
4 or 5
games.
games. Wow, really 7 games?
Yeah, I'm willing
he
to.
only went that far.
Actually, there's a complete game in there too.
What?
Yeah, he has a complete game
Did
this
he go
season.
to his game log?
Yeah.
What do his innings look like?
I'm now fascinated by this. 37 innings in 7 games and a complete game. So those 6 games, he must have gotten roughed the fuck up in.
Yeah.
I got it up now.
I mean, it's been so long, I don't even remember.
His first start of the season, he pitched 6 innings gave up 4 earned runs. Second start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 earned run. Third start, only 2 innings and 0 earned runs. 6 runs, 0 earned. What a fucking stat line. Yeah, against Chicago on April 8th. I might have to pull this up at a different date because that's fascinating. How many pitches? 58 pitches, 4 hits, 6 runs, 0 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch. That's a bizarre stat line. Then in the start after that, 6 innings and 3 earned runs. And the start after that, 5 innings. Where am I looking? 1 earned run. And then the start after that, 5 innings, 5 earned runs. And the start after that, 6.1 innings and 3 earned runs. Then where is this complete game coming from? I definitely fucking saw one. Yeah, 2019, a complete game. And it didn't come up in his game log. That's really weird, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I'm so confused.
Josh, how you fucking this up, man?
No, 2019, age 27 season, Pittsburgh National League, 2 wins, 3 losses, 4.10 ERA, 7 games started, 0 games finished, 1 complete game. Like, it's right fucking there. Like, I see it. And in his game log, his most innings pitched was 7. Oh, you think that 7-inning game was a rainout in the last 2 innings?
That could have been.
So it would count as a 7-inning?
Yeah.
Oh, now I have to pull it up.
Jesus Christ.
I love rabbit holes. No, it went to 10 innings.
What the fuck, Josh? What are you doing to me right now?
I don't understand. I don't understand how one of these games has to have been a rainout. One of them has to have been. Like, that's the only way this makes any sense. Maybe it's. I'm pulling all these games up now. I can't not know. I have to know. It wasn't the game against the Reds that they lost. It wasn't the game against the Nationals. It wasn't the game against the Pirates. How did he do it? How does he have a complete game but hasn't pitched a 9-inning game? I found it. Okay. It was a 5-inning game against the San Francisco Giants on Saturday, April 20th.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is driving me fucking nuts.
I don't understand how this has taken this long to figure out.
Because
I'm not taking that as a shot at you, but
yeah.
Why is this such information? Like,
well, would you ever think of a 5-inning game as being a complete game?
No, of course not.
I almost wouldn't even count it in the records.
Why would you count it as a complete game?
I would count it more as like I guess it technically is a complete game since the game is only 5 innings, but it feels more like an unfinished game.
So for a rainout, how many innings does it have to be for it to be considered a full game?
4.5. You gotta play 4.5 innings.
So yeah, I guess technically it's a complete game.
The worst way. Well, I guess the best for Jameson Taillon.
But the worst for everyone else.
Wow, that drove me fucking nuts. I thought I was going crazy there. Okay. All right, so we can finally move on from this. If I was to pick, who did you pick for your NL Cy Young?
NL Cy Young was Aaron Nola.
It was Aaron Nola. Is that maintained, or did you update it?
I updated it to Max Scherzer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Scherzer's probably a pretty good pick.
Probably would have been the better pick to start the season because that's who I had there, and then I changed it to Aaron Nola.
Yeah, well, why not? Nola had a great season last year. I'll go with Hyun-Jin Ryu. Okay. In part because he's having a phenomenal season, and in other part because I desperately want him to be the first Korean-born pitcher to win the Cy Young. Just because I want to see the first Korean-born pitcher win the Cy Young on such a dominant fucking season. Like, his season's awesome. Sure. It really cannot be understated how much Korean people love baseball. It's to the same extent as the Japanese do, which I think people have a better context for, given the larger quantity of Japanese-born players we've had in the MLB. But, I mean, like, the Korean people, especially as of late, since there's been so many more additions to the league, big baseball fucking people. So it'd be really cool to see a team that has such a rich pitching history and a rich Asian ball player history, take that home. So that's going to be my updated pick. AL Rookie of the Year, I wrote down unheard of Angels prospect, and that's not coming true.
Do the Angels? I mean,
they had that
Griffin
one
Canning?
outfielder. I forget, but they had an outfielder that was getting a lot of buzz that might have
Joe
gotten
Adell?
a call up. I genuinely don't remember.
It was Joe Adell. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. At this point, though, you
He's
said
not
it
getting a
earlier.
call-up. Yeah.
No, and you said it earlier. There's really not too much to be impressed with in the AL Rookie of the Year conversation.
I mean, if their pitching prospect Griffin Canning comes out, continues to be a very excellent pitcher, and everyone else in the AL kind of just sucks, it's still possible. Not plausible, but possible.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be Vlad's award to lose. Just because, for one thing,
name value.
yeah, name value. He hasn't been playing poorly,
No.
and there's just no real competition there this year.
Yeah, there really is.
Last year felt deep as fuck. This year is kind of in that race, but is what it is. Up and downs. For National League Rookie of the Year, I wrote random Atlanta prospect, which honestly there's still a shot of that. Max Fried, Fried having a good season.
Possible for sure.
Sabatka?
Soroka.
Mike Soroka. He's a rookie, right?
He is a rookie, yes.
Yeah, there's that guy. Who's that?
Fried I don't think is a rookie, though.
Huh?
Fried I don't think is a rookie.
Wasn't he? I don't know.
It's Soroka is the front runner there. He is one of the top guys for NL Rookie of the Year. Who else do they have? Tuki Toussaint.
Yeah, but he's not a
maybe.
rookie.
Not.
I think he pitched too much last season.
Yeah, I don't know, but they have a bunch of rookies. Bryce Wilson. I think it's Bryce Wilson. Yeah, I don't know. They have so many rookie pitchers that it's
Yeah, well, they've had such a deep farm system for seemingly the last half a decade, so that's why I thought there was a good shot, and that's so far the first of my predictions. It seems like it might still have a chance, although I guess we can get a little bit deeper into them coming up next. What's my next prediction? So I'm gonna hold firm on that it's random Atlanta prospect taking home that award at the end of the season.
It easily could be what's the third baseman's name?
Josh Donaldson.
No, Austin Riley is who I was referring to.
Oh yeah, he's listed as being a left fielder, which I thought was Acuna Jr., who is apparently the center fielder. But yeah, he's there too. Fuck, they have so many goddamn players. It doesn't matter.
Right?
Anyway, AL Comeback Player of the Year, I wrote Chris Davis.
Yikes.
Not happening.
You got a hit, though.
Honestly, there was a 2-week stretch there where he was batting almost 300, just in those 2 weeks, not overall. And I was like, maybe there's a chance it's going to be Gary Sanchez.
It is.
And AL Comeback Player of the Year, I still feel pretty good about. I had Corey Seager. He was hurt again for a few weeks, almost a month. But he's been back, and he's been playing, and I feel like, honestly, that's enough. I don't think he even needs to play that much. I genuinely think he could take it just by being around.
That's fair.
Yeah. AL Manager of the Year, I wrote Aaron Boone. I stand by that.
Yeah.
As I said previously, I feel good about that one still. NL Manager of the Year, I wrote Bruce Bochy, which I actually don't think is ruled out yet. I don't feel great about it.
Right.
But
it's not ideal.
No. I think if the Giants finish anywhere within 10 games of 500, I think that he might have a shot. That's a stretch, isn't it? Such a stretch and a half.
Yeah.
But I am not willing to count it out yet, although if you made me give a percentage on it happening, I'd say 5.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's just, I don't know. I feel like the Giants are just so bad.
They are, but Bruce Bochy, big head.
Yeah, I mean,
big head
Bochy.
Bochy.
Last year to win it again.
For the World Series winners, I picked the Astros, which is still just as likely as is the Yankees. Right. So feeling A-okay about that one.
Up right there.
Yeah. All right, you want to give me your
your
actual predictions?
Yeah, let's do it. So My first prediction was the Phillies score more runs than the Yankees over the course of the season while on their way to winning 95-plus games.
I actually have the number of runs scored each team has up right now.
I do too. New York Yankee has scored 503 as of the All-Star break. Meanwhile, Philly has scored 442. So not that close.
No.
I don't think they're on pace to win 95 games anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna toss this one up as a miss for me so far, and I don't think they're gonna catch up, especially with the Yankees playing the way they have been. Fuck you. Number 2, Vlad Guerrero Jr. becomes a top 5 position player after early May call-up. I actually don't remember. Could you look up the actual date he got called up?
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't think it was quite early May. I think it was a little bit after that. So far in the season, he has .7 WAR with 8 home runs, a .249 batting average, a .741 OPS, and a 100 OPS plus. So he's not quite top 5 positional player yet, but he's a top 5 home run hitter, as we saw from that home run derby. He's fucking quite able to mash the ball.
He debuted April 26th.
Okay, so I was off by fucking 4 or 5 days. But close enough. I mean, there's still time left. I wouldn't write him out. He could very easily, and I still think he will be a very, very good player over the next course of the year. But I think top 5 position player is a bit of a stretch.
What do you think his WAR is right now?
It was .7 at the All-Star break.
It's now .5.
Oh, that's.
What do you think his OPS
ideal.
plus is?
89, because I saw it the other day.
It's 89. That's still 89.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's had a bit of a slump.
Gio Urshela, I believe, is worth more and hitting better than him.
But would you trade Gio Urshela for Vlad Guerrero if you were the Blue Jays?
No. But that's because Gio Urshela is also like 29 and Guerrero's
really?
20. Yeah.
Is he really? What if they were the same age? Just like...
No. I'm not going to...
Yeah.
I would keep Vlad Guerrero because he has way more... He's a ceiling. We are seeing Gio Urshela's ceiling, and we're seeing what's likely to be Guerrero's floor.
Fair enough.
Since it's only a this year prediction,
True.
I just say, Guerrero's got way too far to go.
What about just for this year?
Just for this year, I would take Urshela.
Okay.
His glove is... After enduring Andujar last season...
Crazy.
After enduring Miguel Andujar last year... I am so relieved.
It's awe-inspiring, right?
Oh, my God. Who would have thought third base could be so much fun?
Well, Matt Chapman.
Yeah, I was going to say the A's and the Rockies. But, yeah, just reference, Urshela has 0.9 WAR in the season and a 116 OPS plus.
Good for him.
Although his career WAR is negative 0.2, which just shows how amazing he's been this season.
Yeah, it's been nice.
But, yeah, if it was for just this year, I guess I would take Urshela only because of how disparate their performance has been. But it's obviously a trade you'd never make because, like I said, Urshela is 27.
I feel like I would genuinely take Guerrero just because I feel like he could easily have a breakout literally any day now and become the kind of player everyone was expecting him to be right out of the gates. And I think that would be... I feel like the difference between him and Urshela isn't as wild as it would be. Like, I feel like the risk is worth it.
I'm going to ask you... This is in no way to put you down. I think this is just interesting.
Who's
got the higher batting average?
Oh, Urshela.
Yeah, it's 240 to 301, although it just went up after the Yankees game we're watching right now.
Oh, for sure.
Who has the higher on-base percentage?
I'd probably still say Urshela.
Guerrero has a 316. Urshela has a 350 on the season. Who has a higher slugging?
I'd probably say Vlad.
No.
Really?
Yeah, Vlad's slugging 390.
Look, by all means.
And Urshela is slugging 470.
That's fucking
wild.
That's
what I'm saying.
actually fucking wild.
That's what I'm saying. This wasn't meant to put you down. I'm genuinely surprised by this.
By all means. Urshela is playing much better right now. I'm just saying the hope that he breaks out any day might be worth it in my mind.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me your next one.
Let's move on. So number 3 for me was the Orioles somehow win less than 47 games. At the All-Star break, they were on pace to win 49. So while that wasn't quite on set to win, to be a winning bet, it's close enough where I still think this is a toss-up. The Orioles could very easily sell all of their good players before the deadline and just bottom out the second half of the year.
They ought to get rid of Cashner.
Yeah. Let me actually pull this up.
What?
To see what their pace would be
right
now.
Right now they're 29 and 66, so I guess they would finish somewhere around 55 wins if that was to hold up.
66, 95 games, 29 divided by 95 times 162. They're on a 49.5 win pace. So same place they were.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, close enough where I'm just going to say it's a toss-up. Number 4, this one makes me very sad. The Indians have all 5 starting pitchers record 200 plus strikeouts. So this was Kluber, Bauer, Carrasco, Clevenger, and Bieber. And I had a note here when we did this originally that the only thing holding them back would be health. And oh my fucking God, none of them are healthy.
Yeah.
Corey Kluber had 38 outs on the season in 35.2 innings pitched, which would put him on pace for 216 outs over 200 innings pitched. But he broke his forearm, so he's not going to make this. Bauer had 149 outs over 132 innings pitched, which would put him on pace for 226, which I'm still very confident Bauer will finish out the season and beat this.
He currently, as of recording this, has 160. So
he's very much ahead of it now.
Yeah.
Carrasco, saddest one of all, 79 outs in 65 innings pitched, put him on pace for 243 outs per 200 innings pitched.
Just fucking kills you, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. We now know that he was diagnosed with leukemia this year. He's still hoping to come back at some point this season, but with something like that,
if he fucking does, man,
yeah, that would be
that
incredible.
stadium's going to be packed out the ass.
I would drive to Cleveland and buy $100 ticket just to see him come back. And
God,
pitch.
I know, man. That I really hope he does in one for as a fan getting to see that moment, and also for him that would mean the world.
God,
I mean, how do you not fucking root for Cookie?
He's such a lovable guy.
I know, man.
I love him so much.
His nickname is Cookie.
I want him. I wish him all the best. I hope he comes back to full health and full pitching status and just kills it. Love you, Cookie. That's all I really got to say about that. Next on the list, Mike Clevenger had 40 outs in 24.1 innings pitched, which was on pace for 332 outs over 200 innings. But, of course, he hurt his back. He's back now, but he's not going to be hitting 200 innings pitched this year, so he's not going to be getting 200 outs. Sucks, but it is what it is. And then, of course, Shane Bieber, who has been healthy, 141 outs over 112 innings pitched, which would put him on a 252 strikeout pace. So Bauer and Bieber, the two Bs, they are still on pace to do it because they've been the only two healthy. The other three, not so much. So this one's a swing and a miss like Chris Davis for me.
All right.
All right, so this one's going to be a long one just because there's a lot of numbers involved and a couple different ways of looking at it. Number 5, the Yankees bullpen have a cumulative Okay. I don't think this was a proper English sentence, but whatever. The Yankees bullpen have a cumulative sub 2.5 ERA.
That's a fine sentence.
So
it's a great sentence. You're screaming from the rooftops.
If we look at the full bullpen,
screaming from Dykeman,
Aroldis Chapman, Adam Ottavino, Zach Britton, Tommy Kahnle. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look right.
Luis Cessna, Nestor Cortez Jr., and Chad Green. I can give you all the numbers, but I'm not going to just because there's a lot here on the spreadsheet. They'd have a weighted ERA of a 3.4.
Okay.
Which would not be it. But if we brought this down to basically the top guys of Aroldis Chapman, Adam Ottavino, Zach Britton, and Tommy Kahnle, they have a total weighted ERA of a 2.28. If we have Chad Green, since he's decided to be a good pitcher again, this would be even lower. But I didn't want to dig through his game logs to determine, I didn't want to nitpick this. And just
since Chad Green came back from Scranton, I believe he has a .6 ERA.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal.
And an interesting fact, in games for the Yankees, in games in which Ottavino, Chapman, Kahnle, and Britton all pitch, they are undefeated.
Oh, I'd believe it. They've been unstoppable.
Yeah.
Both Chapman and Ottavino have a 1.82 ERA or lower, and they've just been killing it this year. Green has a .6, like you said. So I may cherry pick this at the end of the year and just say, fuck Luis Cessna and Nestor Cortez Jr.
You keep adding N's to people's names that aren't there.
Do I?
Cessa.
Oh, yeah. Cessna is a word I know, so I just said Cessna. But fuck it. Did he just hit a home run?
Big Dick Hicks. It did indeed hit a home run.
Nice. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Moving on, number 6, the Padres look like a contending team by August, but miss out on playoffs due to early season struggles.
The inverse.
Exactly. Yeah, at the All-Star break, I wrote kinda question mark because they weren't looking great. They didn't have early season struggles, but they looked like they were in a prime position to excel, and actually they were kind of there. A week later, they are very much not in position to do that.
Last place in their
last
division.
in the division.
Yeah.
So fuck the dads, dude.
Hear that, folks? Fuck your dads.
Yeah. So number 7, Shohei Ohtani, Big Fly Ohtani-san, records 30-plus home runs and leads the league in OPS. So let me just bring this up to see what the OPS, where he stands on OPS right now. OPS. Let's do OPS plus. Fucking Christ, you guys are the worst. I hate you all. Let's find Ohtani. You know what? Fuck it. I have the numbers here. I'm not going to deal with this. So at the All-Star break, in 198 at-bats, Shohei Big Fly Ohtani-san had 14 home runs, an OPS of 924, an OPS plus of 142, and that would rank him 16th overall in the league. So somewhat on pace for the 30 home runs. Easily could break that the second half of the year, especially since he started off somewhat cold and didn't really find his groove, as you would expect for a guy coming back from Tommy John surgery. I'm not entirely sure he's going to lead the league in OPS because he plays with Mike Trout. But at the same time, I don't think it's the most far-out thing to say that he could come back and really excel the second half of the year. So we'll give this one a solid maybe.
I definitely give you partial credit on this.
Yeah. I'll take that because partial credit is necessary. Number 8, Walker Buehler surpasses Clayton Kershaw as the Dodgers' most dominant pitcher and starts Game 1 of the NLDS. I will take more partial credit on this because while Clayton Kershaw has been surpassed as the most dominant pitcher on the Dodgers, it wasn't Walker Buehler. It was Hyun-Jin Ryu. Actually, now that I look at my stats that I made here, my little table, both Walker Buehler and Hyun-Jin Ryu have surpassed Clayton Kershaw this year. Hyun-Jin Ryu, we don't really need to dig deep in his stats, but he has been truly phenomenal this year. And he's actually been extremely close numbers-wise to Walker Buehler in absolutely everything but ERA. Walker Buehler actually has a lower FIP than Hyun-Jin Ryu. But for some reason, his ERA is like...
No, he doesn't.
Walker Buehler... He did at the All-Star break.
Ah, damn it. Okay, yeah.
Buehler had a 2.84, while Hyun-Jin Ryu had a 2.88.
Right now, Hyun-Jin Ryu has a 2.84, while Walker Buehler has a 3.1.
Okay.
Actually, also at this point in time, Clayton Kershaw has a better ERA than Walker Buehler.
He did at the All-Star break, too.
That's right, baby. Kershaw, don't die.
He doesn't die. He's been so wildly consistent.
As we talked about last episode.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless, Walker Buehler is not the most dominant Dodgers pitchers right now. It's Hinjin-Ryu.
But who the fuck would have called this at age 32?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, who would have thought Hinjin-Ryu would have,
had the fucking season of his life.
Who thought he would have played the entire season so far? Not me. Number 9, Matt Chapman leads the MLB in WAR with 10.5 and wins MVP. Right now, he's on pace for 8.6 WAR, which is good for 4th in all of major leagues, behind Cody Bellinger's 6.6, Mike Trout's 5.9, and Christian Yelich's 4.9. Again, I don't want to give myself partial credit because I didn't really win on any part of this, but Matt Chapman, we fucking love you, man, and you are so fucking good at baseball.
He's trying.
How do you feel about Cody Bellinger being on pace for 13.2 WAR?
I don't think he'll do it.
You don't think he'll match those standards? You think he'll fall off a little bit?
Yeah, it's the same thing when, like, do you know how many fucking articles I had to fucking sift through after him hitting 400 for 1 month? It was one fucking, like, don't get me wrong, hitting 400 for literally any stretch of time.
Oh, for sure.
For one game is an accomplishment. But the number of pieces I saw written about, could he do it? Could he be the first player to give 400 a chase since Tony Gwynn in 94? No, it's been 1 month. He's seen like 1/6 of the plate appearances. Look at all fucking season. Now he's only halfway there. Like,
yeah, it's pretty fucking great.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
let's see who
a 13 WAR pace is ridiculous, and I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm not going to sit here and say that, yeah, he's going to post the first 13 WAR season since, I guess, Barry fucking Bonds.
Yeah. Who do you think
based off half
the
a season
in batting average right now?
Is it Jeff McNeil?
It is.
Yeah.
With a 345. Cody Bellinger is second with 336. Brian Reynolds they have at 9th despite having a 340 batting average.
Yeah, there's a lot of really high batting averages this season.
I know, but like I don't know why he's so far down the list if he's batting 340.
Who's above him on the list?
A lot of people that have less than 340. Like he should be
Let me see.
So
there's asterisks though.
I know, I don't know what they mean though.
I don't know either.
A double asterisk by the stats value. He just doesn't have enough plate appearances.
I was going to say, yeah, maybe he's just not qualified.
Yeah. But it's Brian Reynolds of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
There you go.
Love him. All right. I think I still have one more.
Yeah, Chris Davis.
Oh, yeah. Chris Davis hits for 247 for the 5th consecutive year. At the All-Star break, Chris Davis was hitting 243, which I think was good enough for him to say he could come back from pretty easily. Do you know what it is right now?
232.
Why are you looking ahead, man? Why are you looking ahead? Why do you do this to me?
This is what I do.
Yeah, fair enough. He is batting 232 right now. And dropping 11 points in a week is really fucking scary.
His OPS plus right now, 92.
That's not great.
Now, it's not bad.
No. And
But
Chris
that's
Davis
not
has always
great.
been a second-half summer league slugger. Not summer league, but summer
I know
slugger.
what you meant. Yeah. Warm weather hitter.
Right. So we'll see how this goes, but not the most ideal position right now. So I think out of all of these, I think I got like partial credit on like 2 of them.
Give yourself a grade.
The Yankees won. The Orioles won. I think I gave myself partial credit. So if I had to give myself a grade, I'd give it like a C-, D+, just because if it was a percentage grade, I would be far and away failing this class and I should drop out of school. But the fact that these are bold predictions that, you know, we didn't expect to get most of these right, I think I did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is bold predictions from the beginning of the season. None of this was expected to be good.
Right, exactly.
All right, you ready for mine?
Yes, I am.
Okay. The Yankees break the home run record again.
Yep.
This is not going to happen.
No?
I don't think so. the home run record that they set, last year was, I believe, 267. Team home run record. I really should have done this earlier, but I had work today. Yeah, 267. The Yankees as a team this season, I have this up. I just need to figure out which tab it is because I have so fucking many. The Yankees as a team this season have hit 157. So they would need 110 more to tie it in the next 70 games, thereabouts. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's it's actually almost exactly a little bit higher than a home run and a half per game. And now, possible. Sure, yeah, doable, especially when you play in a smaller ballpark like the Yankees do when they have a ton of home run hitters.
Kind of players that they have coming back healthy.
But that's the other thing is that the Yankees have scored a bunch of runs this season, but as compared to the last 2 seasons, it hasn't come so much off the long ball. A lot of it's come off of getting hits, like singles with runners in scoring position from the likes of DJ LeMahieu and Giovanni Urshela and Gleyber Torres, who does have a good number of home runs in his own right, but
not known for it.
Yeah, Judge missed a lot of time. Giancarlo Stanton has played a cumulative 5 games.
Yeah, seriously.
Mandujar's out all season. We're missing a lot of dudes. Aaron Hicks missed the first 2 months. Didi Gregorius missed the first
You're missing
3-4 months.
Hitters.
Yeah, so it's sure, I could sit here and tell you it's possible because they're not out of it, but for all intents and purposes, it doesn't look like the surefire pick that this was. I felt so lame for making this pick because I thought it was such a given, and then everyone got hurt.
Those are the bold predictions, man.
Yeah. It really goes to show that no prediction's safe. No prediction is safe. So I'm not willing. I'm not willing to rule it out, but it's not looking good. Baltimore shows the biggest improvement in by record. So
no.
They have won 29 games. They show signs of life here and there, but those are few and far between. They're not having a great season, which I don't think that they would. But they won 47 games last season. Honestly, though, if they finish at 55 and win 8 more games than they did last season, that's a lot. An 8-game swing. So I'll hold on to hope that they finish on the high end of that. If they even sniff 60, then this could still happen. That's asking a lot of a very bad team.
How many games did the Twins win last year?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
I feel like they are in line to be the most improved team.
They actually very well could be because they're killing it this year, although they have slowed down a bit. They won 78 last season.
They could easily win 95 games this year. Maybe not easily, but they could win,
Was there an end to that sentence?
Yeah, I started looking up the Twins record.
They're 58-36.
Okay, so
they're 20 wins shy.
Yeah.
20 wins shy of tying their record from last season,
which is not much.
No, they will definitely get it. Yeah, although they have cooled off quite a bit since their very hot first half, but they'll probably get it too. So I'll say that it's not looking good for prediction number 2 from Josh so far.
Right. 0 for 2.
I'm gonna say half. I got half out of 2 there.
All right, that's
0.5 over 2, or I guess 1 over 4 if we want to go like that. No Cleveland pitcher finishes top 5 in Cy Young voting, and I'm feeling pretty damn good about this one.
I don't know about that.
Bauer's the only one that I think's got a shot.
I think Bieber does too.
I don't think he does. Top 5
in the AL.
In the AL,
I think the AL is gonna not be as thick of a race as you think it's gonna be.
I don't think he would be top 5.
I would not give you points for this currently.
Oh, I absolutely would.
Really? All right. Pull up. Let me pull up Trevor Bauer's numbers. We'll argue Bieber on another day.
I should have all of them up. I have the entire. Yeah, Bauer right now is a 3.65 ERA and 138 innings pitched, with 160 strikeouts.
That ERA better come down. I mean, he's got a good whip. He's got under a 1.2 whip. My computer froze. Okay, thank you.
God, I have 10,000 fucking tabs open right now.
I mean, his
he
his
is also
FIP is not
rocking
great.
a. Where's your wins above replacement this season, Trevor Bauer? I guess it's not on this
it's
page.
right here. He has a 2.1.
All right, that's not bad.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he's not going to finish top 5 right now. But we'll see.
Going
That
by
ERA is the only thing
WAR,
that scares me.
the top 5 pitchers in the American League in order are Lance Lynn, which is still just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Charlie Morton, Garrett Cole, Lucas Giolito, and actually Shane Bieber right there.
Woohoo!
Yeah, he's currently sitting at number 5. Mike Minor fell. Oh, I guess I've only been looking at Baseball Reference WAR, whereas now I'm looking at Fangraphs WAR. Also
Yeah, Shane
up
Bieber is a
there
2.5
are Matthew
WAR.
Boyd, Jose Barrios, Mike Minor, Chris Sale, and Justin Verlander all the way down there. So I would say if I'm a voter, Lance Lynn, even though he leads in WAR, I don't think would get a top 5 finish, just because he hasn't done it in exactly a graceful way. No one. I genuinely don't know how they get this. It must be.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, his ERA is 3.87.
That's fucking wild.
But I would say Charlie Morton. I'd say Garrett Cole. I would say Justin Verlander and Matt Boyd. I would all put ahead of Bieber in terms of finish. I wouldn't put Giolito there because I think his ERA is probably a bit too high for it, even though I just picked Matt Boyd, who has a higher one. But the Tigers need something to root for, and maybe Jose Barrios. But regardless, I think that there is a decent shot that I think there's a better chance of this happening than my Yankees breaking the home run prediction happening.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Unless Carlos Carrasco comes back tomorrow and doesn't let up a single earned run over the rest of the season.
Okay, I would love that. If that's how I ended up being wrong, I would take that every single day.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Eric Hosmer gets traded to a contender. I feel good about this one too.
Yeah, especially with how much the dads really just started chugging dong.
Yeah, and they're gonna want to call up some more rookies if they don't end up performing to a playoff pace. And I bet somewhere out there, someone's going to want a power hitting first baseman, even though he might be on his last legs. And guess what?
Getting paid a shit ton of money?
I would be willing to say that the dads would retain some amount of it since they don't need prospects.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I actually feel pretty good about this one. I believe I said during our initial episode of this, it'll be because the dads are not contending because of early season struggles or something to that effect or whatever I said. But yeah, I'm feeling okay about this one. Juan Soto hits fewer than 30 home runs. I don't know how I feel about this one, honestly. I haven't been watching. I haven't heard a lot of ones. It's tough because I don't watch the National League ever.
I follow him just because he's on my fantasy team. He's on pace to have more than 30 home runs.
Yeah, as of right now, he has 17. So this is actually going to be kind of close.
Yeah.
He is on pace to have more than that. More than 30, but I mean, we're talking about he's on pace to have like 31 or 32.
Right.
So it's not like he's got 20, 25, and he's going to get it. I feel uneasy. It could happen. I'll say there's a 40% chance it happens. Like it's less than 50.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay. All right. So I'm not all the way there yet. Despite additions, Pittsburgh still finished with a better record than Cincinnati. I forgot I made this prediction. That's still good. I think they currently are really close though.
It's not it's not a good close, but yeah, it's close. It's not like they're close because they're both,
Pittsburgh currently has 45 wins to Cincinnati's 43. They both have 50 losses.
Yeah, they both fucking suck.
Well, no, they're not awful, honestly, considering that whole division's just so tight. I mean, Cincinnati's in last place and they're 7.5.
You clearly have not watched the Pirates at all since the All-Star break. They are god awful.
Well, I'm just saying, like they're only 6.5 games out of first place in their division, which is about the same as Tampa Bay. That just says how tough that division is.
Or just how bad that division is.
No, that division's very good. They just have to play each other a lot. That division's very good.
I'll agree to disagree.
But regardless, I feel very good about this prediction. I forgot I made this one. That's a good one. Wow.
I love how you surprised yourself. Voice crack. I love how you surprised yourself with a prediction you made months ago.
Yeah. I feel good about that, baby.
Oh, my God.
My next one. Okay, I can feel good about this one. A little bit. Not great. Cubs win 100 games. I think they are on pace to win 100 games.
Are they really?
They have 52 wins right now, so I think they were on pace for maybe 98, 99.
So they have a 542 win percentage, 0.542 times 162, 87.
Wait, is that really it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 88. Damn.
Not quite, Josh. Not quite.
I keep forgetting that we're not doing this at the All-Star break, and we're doing this a week and a half after the All-Star break.
It's only been 4 or 5 games.
Oh, it's been more than that. The All-Star game was over a week ago. All-Star game was last.
Pirates only played 5 games.
Oh, days off. I always forget about days off. Yeah. It's funny, though, because 5 games is enough to move your win percent enough to doesn't make this.
Oh, yeah. The Pirates have gone 1-4, so we
are
not good.
Ooh, that is not good. But regardless, Chicago's been hot. They're 7-3 in their last 10. So they had some early season struggles where they were kind of second or third behind Milwaukee and St. Louis, and St. Louis has cooled off precipitously. Milwaukee's been around 500, but that's again in part because I just think that those top 3 are such tough teams, in addition to the other tough teams that are at the top of each NL division. So I think that Chicago, while apparently it's not as close as I thought it might be, I think that they have an outside shot. I'll say under 10%, though.
Yeah, not that much. Not that high at all.
Ooh, I don't feel good about this next one. Phillies win 90-plus games, but miss the playoffs. So I feel good about that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let me see. Philly currently has a 50-47 record, so they would need to win out of the remaining, so that's 97 games, so that means that they have 66 games left, so they need to win. They need to go 40-23 for this to happen at least. And that is not going to happen.
They are currently on pace for 83 wins.
Yeah, so I'll give myself half credit, but not a really shitty half credit.
Right.
Because part of this was contingent upon the impressive nature of them winning 90-plus games, which...
Yeah, it's they missed the playoffs despite their record, not because of their record.
Yeah, exactly. I think I said that the Mets are going to finish ahead of them, which apparently the Nationals are... Which, who would have fucking predicted that?
Nationals have been really good lately.
Shockingly.
Let me actually pull up their record.
Oh,
They're 50-44, so they are still 6.5 games back in that division.
Yeah.
Despite having 50 wins.
Exactly the number of games that Pittsburgh's back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, but Washington is second in their division. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh is 4th.
I'm saying games back, That's what it's about.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh, I feel great about this one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nathan Eovaldi pitches fewer than 120 innings.
I feel like that shouldn't have been a bold prediction.
Yo, I picked it because everyone, especially Sox fans and analysts, but a bunch of people were saying how he's going to be a workhorse for Boston next season. He's got such a grit mentality. He's going to blah, blah, blah. How many innings do you think he's pitched?
30.
21.
Yeah.
21 innings pitched this season. I feel... let me put it this way. This is true. He's not pitching 100 innings in the next 40 games.
No, of course not.
This prediction
you
for me...
You already can have a green check mark there.
This prediction for me has officially come true. So... All right. I feel great about that.
You're the only one out of the two of us to actually officially have one correct so far.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, that feels great.
Imagine if he did come back and just pitched 3 complete games, and
all 5 inning
start
outings.
Sweating. Yeah, fuck off.
How great would that be, though?
Not great at all.
I want to look up now, what man has the most complete games of under 9 innings? I feel like that would be interesting if someone had a few of them.
We could do a full 2-minute episode on that.
Oh, we for sure. That could definitely be a fun side note as I tend to throw in from time to time. My last one I also feel not good about, that Jordan Hicks will finish top 10 in Cy Young voting. He currently has
Who is it? What pitcher?
Jordan Hicks.
Okay.
He currently has a 3.14 ERA, which is down from last season, which is, progress. 136 ERA plus. A 3.22 FIP, which is also better than it was last season. His WHIP is down from last season. Home runs per 9 is lower. His walk rate is down. His strikeouts are up. So it's all trending the right way. Like, it's all moving in a very in the right direction. I'm not sure that, just because I wasn't expecting the NL to be this fucking tight, I don't think he'll finish top 10.
Jordan Hicks?
Jordan Hicks.
You mean the guy who tore his UCL and had Tommy John
fuck,
surgery?
That's right. He had Tommy John.
Hasn't played in like a month.
Oh my God, I forgot.
I was waiting on that to see if you would pick up on it. But
that's right.
Yeah, no,
it says right there, player
season.
Injury elbow. Jordan Hicks has been shifted to the 60-day injured list. Wow, I missed it entirely. Okay, so this one's objectively false.
Yeah. No, that one is immediately incorrect.
So I have one red X and I have one green check mark so far. So I'm doing okay. How would you rate my predictions?
Better than mine, but not by much.
I was thinking solid C.
Yeah.
Maybe a C plus.
Is that really all 10 of yours already?
Yeah, that's all 10.
Yeah, wow, we flew through that.
Yeah, we did. Do you have any... Actually, it's been like an hour.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any last-minute predictions? Anything else that you've been seeing that you think would be a fun tack on here?
I think the Pirates sell more prospects for old veterans that aren't good at baseball.
Grit.
Yeah, for their grit, and then further cement my depression. Let's see, what else? I think Chris Paddock... I think the only thing holding back Chris Paddock from a Cy Young at the end of the year is innings pitched.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, yeah.
Because he's fucking dragging his balls across the major leagues. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have much else going on with that.
I think the Dodgers are going to get to their third consecutive World Series and then lose to the AL again.
Yeah, I don't think... If you predicted that
be?
at the beginning of the season, I would have been like, well, that's not a bold prediction at all, Josh. That's going to happen.
Yeah, this is just fucking like Washington teams making a first-round exit. It is just the way it goes.
Oh, God, that would be fucking hilarious.
Would you have said it's a bold prediction for Boston to not make the playoffs at the beginning of the season?
At the beginning of the season,
yeah.
I was saying, yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, that would have been a great one.
I wanted to have one of my... I think at one point one of my predictions was they would win less than
90 games. Yeah, you did have that. Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, I'll take that out for something a little more fun. I think you talked me out of it.
Yeah, I think I made fun of you for that.
Oh, you absolutely did.
Yeah, and now it's they seriously might not win 90 games.
They probably won't.
Yeah, because I think they have 50 some odd. I think they just hit 50 wins.
50 I
think they just hit 50 wins recently. They're 53-44.
Fuck. Is it too late to change my predictions from 3 months ago? So
they would have to, in order to get 90 out of the remaining 60, also 67 games, they would have to win 37 of those.
37 of 67? Out of
yeah, they could.
Not terrible, yeah.
They could actually very reasonably do that.
Especially if they are buying more players than Andrew Kashner.
I was going to say, now they got Andrew Kashner. I mean, they're going to
honestly, Andrew Kashner might hurt their odds of winning that.
Yeah, he definitely will hurt their odds.
Oh, God. I will never admit that I am not good at... I don't understand baseball to the fullest extent, but I do understand that Andrew Kashner is a bad pitcher, and I don't know what the fuck the Red Sox are doing.
Who else do they have? That's Boston's problem, though.
They don't have anything.
They have no pitching.
They have no chips.
No, they have no pitching.
Right, but they have no chips to buy anything.
Yeah, they have they have no one else to get sell. Yeah,
they
you're right.
Sell Chris Sale. That's honestly the best bargaining chip they probably have.
And even then, he's had such a down year. You have to sell him at a loss.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Imagine they trade him to the White Sox.
I think he would literally retire before he goes back to play for the White Sox.
He'd snip up all those jerseys again.
Yeah, trade him for Yohan Moncada and Michael Kopech.
How about no? We'll give you one lightly used. I was just obviously Al Garcia, but he's not there anymore.
Wellington Castillo. Does he play for the White Sox this year?
Dude, I don't even know. Do they still have John Jay?
I'm actually gonna look up Wellington Castillo.
Doesn't that sound like a dish at a steakhouse?
Wellington Castillo.
Yeah, can I please order the Wellington Castillo?
Can I have the beef Wellington Castillo, please?
Yeah, we should come up with a
He
menu.
does still play for the White Sox. Yeah.
A menu made entirely out of baseball names. That'd be hilarious.
Can we make an episode where we are
That'd
making...
be hilarious.
I will have the Mike Trout, please.
Yeah,
the
that sounds
Castillo.
so there. Yeah.
Can I have a
We're
side
having
of
a Chris Sale this evening?
Can we have a side of the Cody Bellinger peppers? Bell peppers?
Okay.
That's a stretch, but I'll take it.
A little bit there, a little bit of a stretch. I'll let it rock.
Josh fucking Bell. Can we have the Josh Bell peppers instead?
That's so much better.
Oh, god damn it. I'm really happy we didn't finish the episode before I realized that. Because I would have on the drive home, and I've been like, you fucking dumbass piece of shit. Get your shit together.
Put it in the bag. Put it in the shit museum. Get it together. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Any other closing thoughts? Closing thoughts.
Nah, man, not really. What's funny is that some of these for us were bold at the start of the season. We were thinking about. Like I said with the Yankee home run record one. Some of these felt like fucking locks.
I'm sure I gave shit to you for seriously, you're gonna pick the Yankees to hit home runs this year? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, fucking go figure, man. This shit's unpredictable. It'll be an interesting second half of the season. I look forward to revisiting this when it closes. But yeah, this was a fun update.
Close us out.
All right. If you want to follow the show on Instagram, you can do so via no, not Instagram, our Twitter. Jesus, what social media platforms do we have? If you want to follow us via Twitter, you can do so at JuicingPod. If you want to hit us up via email, you can do so at juicingthenumbers@gmail.com. And if you want to check out the show notes for this episode or all previous episodes like I did today, you can do so at juicingthenumbers.wixsite.com/website. And until Thursday, y'all have a good one.
Bye.